Vodacom Bulls versus South Sea Sharks. Our captain, Duane Vermeulen.
Good afternoon, Dwayne.
How's it, Sophie?
So, Dwayne, I wanted to ask, what are your assessments of the team's last two performances, and what are some of the areas of improvement that you guys have identified as a unit?
Yeah, I think as a team, the past couple of performances wasn't great. I think there's a lot of work ons, and I must say we still haven't hit our stride yet, if I can say that. In a way, we've gone up and down, and some things we do well, and some things our execution, or we've got lack in execution. So I think hopefully we can put the full package together this coming weekend.
Okay, can I go again? Okay. Oh no, Duane, I just wanted to find out, what are your thoughts about the Sharks as you saw in their performances at the start of the season until it was halted by the pandemic. They got their first win against the Lions a few weeks ago. What are you expecting from them coming to this weekend's game?
Yeah, the Sharks was obviously the on-form side in the Super Rugby, before the pandemic, and they really played well. They've got a good, fantastic attacking play, and obviously they've got a good counter attack of turnover ball. So obviously we know what to expect. We know what we're going to get. They're going to come with the same kind of game. So yeah, hopefully we can. We've got the. We've got the things to counter that. But we had a good game. Our first that Super Saturday game up against them, and hopefully we can do one or two improvements in that game, and then hopefully we can we can walk away with a win.
Duane, you've got a new loose forward partner in Elrich Low. He's done quite well with the bench so far. Just your thoughts on him, and also coming up against Sikumbuzo Noche. I don't know if you played with him at the Stormers, or he was probably a junior at the time.
Ashfaq, I think yes, I've seen Elrich train now with the squad, and he's been since he arrived. He's got a good energy. Also a really young guy, but confident player. Loves to carry the ball, loves to defend, and he's really like a sponge. He's been picking up on small little things, and exciting player. So I'm looking forward to to play with him and have him alongside me. I think the other thing is with Sikumbuzo is I think. Notch, I played with him when I was at the Stormers. We played together a couple of seasons, and he's grown quite a lot as a number 8. He was one of their star players in the Super Rugby before lockdown. So I know what he's got, what he can give as a player. So yeah, looking forward to a really good matchup against him.
You're going to put him in his place, Duane?
Yeah, time will tell.
Duane, obviously a very nice dynamic to have also in the front row, that you can rotate Trevor Nyakane with an equally grizzled guy and experienced guy like Marcel.
Yeah, and Marcel arrived from America. We had surgery on his ankle, and did really responded well to the training, to the fitness and everything. And I think Jake is giving him the opportunity to showcase what he's got as a tight head prop. He's also a Springbok, and he played a couple of years abroad, but obviously by playing abroad, You also pick up on some different things and different ways to play. And as a scrummager, you learn quite quickly in the French league. So I think he's a great addition to the team. And then obviously you have Trevor coming off the bench, and everyone knows what he can give and provide to the team.
Duane, ek weet jy's 'n voorspeler, maar net op die agterlyn 'n paar nuwe gesigte daar met Geo se besering, David Kriel beweeg van vleuel na die heel agter toe, maar ook nuwe senterpaar en Kurtley Arends is terug van besering en Travis Ismail ook op die regte vleuel.
Ja, ek dink ons het behalwe nou met Gio wat uit is, dink ek is dit min of meer dieselfde span wat Coach Jake gekies het toe ons teen die Sharks die eerste Super Saturday game gespeel het. So jy weet, ek dink Connell en Stedman het 'n goeie kombinasie gewys, en ek dink hy wil weer kyk of daai twee manne weer goed kan saam speel, en dan jy weet, vir Travis weer die geleentheid gegee om weer terug te kom, en dan ja, Kurtley is terug na sy besering, so baie opwindende vleuel. So ons sien nogals uit wat die man weer kan wys vir ons, en ja, ek dink die laaste twee games wat ons gespeel het David Kriel nogals goed hand opgesteek as 'n jong speler, en ja, ek dink hy sal maklik inpas op heel agter.
Duane, it's Lewis here. I hope you can hear me okay.
Yes, great.
Just obviously looking at the Sharks, they've been quite a prolific contestable kicking team. Have you guys spent time this week looking at that and preparing for it, particularly with the changes to the back three?
Yeah, Craig. Obviously we've seen how the Sharks play, and they don't play rugby in the half. So I think obviously they're gonna kick the ball. They're gonna kick the ball out of their half and to play in the rugby in your half, and that's where they put you under pressure. That's where they create their turnovers, and where they can play on the front foot and in the right areas of the field. So I think we're expecting exactly the same game plan. They do kick, and they do kick for territory, and the game is played in your opposition half. You can't really make mistakes in your own half. So yeah, I think we're gonna see exactly the same.
Thanks for coming. We've seen your team, and obviously last week's result was disappointing, and we spoke earlier about the errors made there. What do you want to see different this week, particularly with the kind of team that you've picked?
I think what I'd really like to see is just a little bit more cohesion. I think, to be fair to the players, we make changes. I said one of the important things is we would like to give some players a chance to train well, but we also don't want to lose the fact that these players haven't played much rugby together. So I think the most important thing for me this weekend is to get some cohesion and try and get some rhythm in both our attack and our defence.
Jake, just further to that, I think obviously it's early in the competition, obviously, but even the teams that have started on a winning note have probably not really been happy with the level of performance, even in victory. How much time do you think it's going to take for teams to really hit their stride, considering, not only is it the start of a new competition, but with the guys having not played for such a long time, it's, extraordinary circumstances. How long do you project it'll take before guys really start playing well?
Craig, I wish I knew the answer to that. Obviously the team that gets it right quickest is going to be the one that's going to obviously hit its straps and create the most problems. But you're right. The reality was there haven't been too many scintillating rugby games. You look at all the games that have been played so far, there's a stop-start, lots of mistakes, lots of decisions that have obviously slowed the game down from a refereeing point of view, because they, by their own admission, they've said that they're still sort of trying to come to terms with all the new interpretations, and obviously the game haven't refed or played for 7 months. So yeah, exactly that, Craig. I think you're right. I hope it's going to be us that hit our straps quickly, but I think it's the same for everybody. It's we're probably a little bit more disadvantaged than anyone else because we've got such a new group. I mean, the other coaches and coaching staff and players have been together much longer. If you look at Province, if you look at the Sharks, even if you look at teams like Griquas, they've been sort of a year and a half with that squad and the coaching staff to get going. So, I think we understand that. It's not an excuse. We just got to make sure we sort of try as hard as we can to get some sort of rhythm and cohesion.
Jake, Quibus here. You made, I think it's 6 changes to the starting 15. Are you worried in any way regarding your continuity in the team?
Yeah, Quibus. I mean, look, not really. I mean, the reality is a lot of those guys will come in after half time and play the back end of the game. I think all of you have seen that the strength of the bench is also very, very important. And one thing I was very happy about last week is how the bench came on and made a massive impact. So, as I said, I mean, we're still very young in where we are in the evolution of our group. Doesn't mean that we take that as a negative or as an excuse to actually get going. We want to hit the ground like we did in that Sharks game. We played really well. I think what probably happened there, like anything, we probably got seduced a little bit by how easy it was in that first game, and we probably came up against stiff opposition with line speed, and we probably didn't adapt well enough. But, again, I think if I read you guys correctly, I mean, had that kick gone over at the end, it's 19 all. Had we got the penalty when their number 3 was playing the ball on the ground and we kick it over, we win 2019, everyone would be saying, listen, it's fantastic. So, we're little margins away. We'll get it right. I mean, I'm confident that with the group we've got and with the changes we've made, that we'll be fine. I think we've got a lot of energy. We've trained well, and as I said, the guys are looking forward to playing back at home again.
Jake, the Sharks, you beat them comprehensively in that warm-up game, but they now also come off a bye and they managed to scrape through and win their first game. What do you expect from them? Obviously, a very powerful team as well.
They were the top side in Super Rugby. I mean, by all the journalists, everyone said that they were the top team. I think they were top of the log of all the teams in the whole competition. So I mean, they were the form team, and you're right. I mean, they're a good team. But I mean, sometimes when you have a bye, it can also count against you. If you look at teams now in this competition, people have had a week off. We gave a lot of guys off to go to that green and gold squad, and we've struggled in the game after that. So. I mean, sometimes in a short competition like this, having a week off probably doesn't count in your favor. So, we got no doubt they'll be prepared. With no doubt they got some good players. No doubt that they will be wanting to get right what they got wrong the last time they were here. But as I said, we've had a very good week. We've trained well. Boys are nice up for it. As I said, we came back really well. We won the second half 14-6 against Free State after we were dead and buried. So there's a lot of positives that we're taking into this game.
Jake, Duane het so 'n bietjie gesels oor Marcel se insluiting en dinge. Jy weet net hoe goed hy aangepas het. Jy weet veral gegee hoe hy nog onlangs eintlik moes herstel het van sy enkelbesering en dinge, maar net sy vernoot in die voorry. Ek weet Liso se besering was nou obviously 'n bietjie ontydig en dinge, maar net jou indrukke van Jacques van Rooyen en hoe waardevol hy eintlik was, jy weet vir 'n ou wat eintlik 'n ervare squad speler, jy weet, aanvanklik was en nou het hy net tot die voorgrond getree.
Ja, Heinz, ek moet vir jou sê, ek is baie beïndruk met hom. Die Springbok Afrikaners was hierdie week gewees en Daan Heeman het ons gesien skram, hy het die skram sessie bygewoon en ek dink hy was ook baie beïndruk met Jacques. Nie net as 'n skrammer nie, maar net wat hy vir ons gee, energie bewys. I mean, hy's 'n ongelooflike spanman. En soos jy sê, jy weet, hy het ingekom, maar dit was nooit deel van hy was 'n hoe kan ek sê, 'n ekstra speler nie. Hy was altyd deel van ons span sou gewees het. Ek dink ons het almal besef die bokke gaan weg, so ek het gedink Liso en Trevor gaan in elk geval weg wees vir hierdie toernooi of hierdie kompetisie, en dit sou beteken dat hy sou in elk geval baie rugby gespeel het. So ek's bly vir sy part. I mean, hy doen vir ons ongelooflik goed. Onthou hy kan al twee kante kan skram. Maar die feit dat hy, jy weet, hy het so goed gedoen en laas keer toe hy teen Thomas geskram het, dat hy ons het goed geskram. So ons sien uit na daai uitdaging, en onthou Marcel van der Merwe ek was by Montpellier gewees en Duane was by Toulon gewees en hulle skram was, Toulon se skram was jy weet, hoe kan ek sê, hulle is een van die sterkste skrampakke in die hele Europa, en hy was deel van hy skrampak gewees. Hy het teen Georgiane geskram, hy het teen die Fransmanne geskram, en hy het ontsettend goed geskram. So, ek het vir hom gesê, luister, jy gaan 2, 3, 4 weke moet oefen, en dan bring ek jou in tussen die seisoen, en dit was vir hierdie game, die Sharks, en vir volgende week teen die Storme. So, hy het geweet, en die kondisioneringsspan het hard met hom gewerk oor hierdie tydperk om seker te maak hy kan Saterdag reg wees.
Duane, net in terme van die lynstane, dinge gaan taamlik goed op die oomblik. Sintoman Jensi het in die week gesê hulle het 14-17 gewen verlede week, maar net daarvanaand af in terme van launch op die aanval en dryfgemale, dink jy dit kan verbeter of is jy gelukkig?
Ons kom ons maar altyd verbeter. So, jy weet 14-17 is nog nie 100% nie. So, daar is altyd werk aan. Ons kan soos jy sê altyd verbeter. Ek dink ja, daar is sekere goed, party ouens, dis net die tempo van die bal. Jy weet hoe dit uit die lyn staan uitkom met delivery en dit maak alles dalk bietjie meer 'n hakerige storie na agter toe en dan kom 'n ou nie oor die voordeel lyn nie. So ek dink as 'n mens dit alles jy weet uitwerk tot presies of dit reg doen soos wat jy dit wil hê, dan jy weet dan gaan rugby maklik wees en dan is almal op die voorvoet. So ek dink jy weet die ander span teen wie jy speel sit hou ook onder druk en hulle probeer dit so moeilik maak vir jou sodat jy 'n stadige bal en sulke dinge kry. Maar ja, ons werk goed daaraan. Ek dink Sintu wat van die bank af opgekom het ook baie goeie besluite gemaak. Ek dink Roan maak baie goeie besluite in die lynstande en ek dink ons almal die ander ouens moet maar net aanpas en jy weet hoe meer mense saam speel soos Jake vroeër gesê het, dit is Sintu kom van die Vrystaat af en hy ken nog nie vir Roan so goed nie, maar hoe meer 'n ou begin saam speel, hoe meer begin jy daai gel begin vorm en hoe makliker begin die engine werk. So, dit gaan tyd vat, maar ek dink ons is nie te ver af van waar ons wil wees nie.